Okay, so stages in the life of a contract, unauthorized contracts, and essential requisites of a contract. So, what are the different stages in the life of a contract? We have preparation, perfection, and consummation. When we say preparation or negotiation, actually dito is nagkakaroon pa lang ng bargain. So, technically, wala pang contract. It is because na-discuss natin in your previous handout na ang contract will exist if there is meeting of the minds. Sa preparation or negotiation, wala pang meeting of the minds. Next is the perfection or the birth of a contract. Dito, meron ng meeting of the minds. So we have three ways of how contracts are perfected. We have consensual, which is based on consent. Number two is real contracts, wherein there is a mutual consent and there is delivery. Okay, so there are types of contracts that requires delivery of the item or the object. Okay, so those are considered your real contracts. There is consent and there is delivery. And lastly is yung solemn contracts natin. Solemn contracts, there is meeting of the minds plus the execution of a certain form. Okay? So without such form, the contract is considered not valid. So example ng mga contracts there that is perfected by solemnity is your contract of partnership kapag merong real properties involved sa contribution ng partners. And then last three is consummation or termination. This is when the obligation has been performed. Thus, magre-result siya sa extinguishment ng obligation doon sa contract. Okay. Unauthorized contract, a person is not bound by the contract of another to which they have no knowledge to or they have not given any consent. Kasi technically, ang unauthorized contracts, it is considered void kasi wala yung essential requisites ng contracts natin, which is yung inyong COC, yung inyong consent, object, at saka cause or consideration. Okay. Essential requisites of a contract, we have your consent, object, and cause or consideration. So what is consent? Consent is manifested by meeting the offer and accepting the thing and the cause. Okay. So kapag nagtatawaran pa, kunwari sa palengke, tinanong mo kung magkano yung isda, sabi nung tendera, 200 po per kilo. Okay? Tapos, ikaw naman as a customer, syempre, hindi ka papayag na hindi ka tatawad. Sabi mo sa tendera, bibilhin ko na po babili po ako ng 1 kilo kung ibibigay ninyo ng 150. Okay? Ang tawag doon sa price mo na 150 is your counter offer. So, meron na bang consent? Meron na bang contract between you and the tendera? The answer is no. Okay? So, sasabihin ng tendera, ma'am, hindi pwede, lugi. Kulang pa sa puhunan. Sabi ng tendera, kunin mo na po 180 per kilo. That is 180 pesos is another counter offer from the seller. Ngayon, waiting na naman tayo kay buyer kung tatanggapin niya. Sabi ni buyer, sige po, i-plastic nyo na po yung 1 kilo ng isda at 180. Doon meron na kayong meeting of the minds. Okay? So kung counter offer pa lang, wala pa po tayong valid contract because wala pang acceptance ng offer. Okay. So kapag ang acceptance is made by a letter or telegram, it does not bind the offerer. Kailangan muna yung nag-o-offer is mabasa niya yung telegrama or yung letter upon his knowledge, doon pa lang tayo magkakaroon ng consent. Okay. For consent to be valid, it must be manifested by the occurrence of the offer and acceptance. Pangalawa is the parties possess the necessary legal capacity. When we say legal capacity, ano bang ibig sabihin yan? Of sound mind. Hindi ka baliw or hindi ka tama kang pag-iisip. 18 years old and above kailangan. Kasi pag minors, hindi pa yun considered as valid contract. What else? Prohibited by law to enter into contracts because there are instances wherein merong tinatawag na civil interdiction. Okay? Like for example, sa mga preso na nakakulong sa kulungan, bawal po silang mag-execute ng contract of donation kasi they are civilly interdicted. Sino pa? Yung inyong Oo, yun. Yung unsound mind, may walang legal capacity at hindi sila prohibited by law. Okay. It must be intelligent, free, spontaneous, and real. Kasi kapag hindi po intelligent, free, spontaneous, and real, magkakaroon na tayo ng tinatawag na vices of consent, which is mapag-aaralan natin in the next handout, or I think under your voidable contracts. Next. Okay, lagpasan ninyo yan. Article 1320, acceptance may be expressed or implied. Okay? Like for example, yun nga yung kwento ko sa inyo na nasa palengke. Ikaw mismo naglagay na, sinabi ng tendera na 180 po final price. Ikaw mismo, ikaw na yung nagsupot, naglagay sa basket mo ng isda. Impliedly, tinatanggap mo na yung offer. Okay? Next, the person making the offer may fix the time, place, manner of acceptance, all of which must be complied with. The offer to set forth on the terms of acceptance. 1322, an offer made through an agent is accepted from the time the acceptance is communicated to him. So, sino ba itong mga agents na to? So, itong mga agents nito, mapag-aaralan nyo to sa law on agency. Ang agent kasi is a representative, authorized representative ng principal. Okay? So, for instance, ikaw nasa ibang bansa, inatasan mo ang iyong pamangkin na maging agent mo para ibenta yung iyong bahay. Okay? So, si agent, siya yung maghahanap ng buyer at siya din yung mag-execute ng mga necessary na papeles para pipirmahan mo na lang. So, kapag kunwari may buyer at nag-signify na siya ng acceptance dun sa kanyang agent, ibig sabihin perfected na yung sale. Hindi kailangan na sabihan pa yung principal nung buyer. It is enough na sabihin niya doon sa agent. Kasi again, agent is the extension of personality ng principal. Okay? Article 1323. An offer becomes ineffective upon the death, civil interdiction, insanity, or insolvency of either party before acceptance is conveyed. So say for instance, A sold to B his house. Okay? Tapos, before acceptance ni B, before communication ng acceptance ni B, namatay si A. Ibig sabihin, yung heirs ni A, hindi na bound doon sa naging usapan ni A at B. Okay? Hindi na siya magiging bound, hindi na sila magiging bound doon sa offer na binigay ni A kay B kasi nga namatay na si A before tanggapin ni B yung or yung offer. Okay? Next, period of acceptance, the offer, option money, and earnest money. Okay, option contract, option period, and option money. Ano ba tong mga to? Ang option contract is when the offerer gives the offeree for a consideration for a certain period within which to accept the offer. Yung option period naman, ito yung bayad doon sa option contract. Option period is dito yung specific time wherein magde-decide si um si offeree kung tatanggapin ba niya yung offer ni offerer. And then the option money is the consideration paid to the option contract. So example, A offered his house to B. Okay. Sabi ni B, for magkano 1 million lang pero sobrang ganda kasi ng bahay ni A. Kaya kumbaga it's a good deal. Okay. Sabi ni B, pag-iisipan mo na niya. Okay. Ngayon, ang ginawa ni B para hindi naman lugi si A kasi nga gusto niya talaga yung bahay kaya lang si B kailangan muna niyang ipaalam sa misis niya. So sabi niya kay A, magbayad muna ako sa iyo ng 5,000 pesos. Okay? For 10 days, wag mong i-offer sa iba yung bahay na yan. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, the 10 days is your option period. Okay? Bigyan mo ko ng 10 days, sabi ni B kay A. Yung 5,000, yan yung option money. You have to take note, yung option money, hindi po yan part nitong purchase price if in case tanggapin ni B yung offer ni A na bilhin na ibenta yung bahay for 1 million pesos. Okay? Option money is being paid to secure yung yung object for the option period. Okay. So what if hindi tinanggap or nag-decide si B na hindi siya pinayagan ng misis niya, sinabi ng misis niya, hindi tayo bibili ng bahay kasi meron akong ibang gusto, sabi ng misis ni B. Okay. Pwede bang bawiin ni B yung 5,000 pesos? The answer is no. Again, that 5,000 pesos is the consideration given for the option contract. Whether tanggapin man ni B yung offer ni A or hindi, kay A na yung 5,000 pesos. Okay? What is earnest money? So, ang earnest money naman, pagkakaiba niya sa option money, earnest money is part of the sale. Ibig sabihin, mas in layman's term, ito yung tinatawag nating down payment. Okay. Kapag meron ng down payment, ibig sabihin, perfected na yung contract of sale. Okay? Meron ng contract. Okay? Perfected na yung contract. Okay? Dito kasi sa option money, wala pa tayong perfected na contract between A and B as to the purchase of sale. Dito sa earnest money, part na siya or down payment na siya, thus perfected na yung contract. Considered sold na yung bahay na 1 million pesos. Earnest money, general rule is deducted to the purchase price. Okay? Article 1325, unless it appears otherwise, business advertisements of things for sale are not definite offers but mere invitations to make an offer. So again, there must be meeting of the minds. Okay. Say for instance is nagbenta ako ng bahay. Okay. That is worth 1 million pesos pinost ko sa marketplace. Tapos ang daming nakakita. Then ang daming nag-approach na bibilhin yung bahay. Meron akong kaaway. Okay, si B. Okay, sabi niya, gusto kong ipamuka, technically, ang intention niya, kaya niya bibilin yung bahay ko is para ipamukha sa akin na naghihirap na ako, kunwari. Okay? Nayabangan ako in short. Okay? But, the question is, am I compelled to accept the offer ng aking kaaway? The answer is no. Yung mga nakapost as advertisements are invitations to bid or to make an offer as well. Not only for the part ng seller but also for the buyer. Okay, kung ayaw ng seller na pagbentahan yung buyer, wala tayong magagawa kasi walang meeting of the minds. Okay? Next, 1326. Advertisements for bidders are simply invitation to make proposal. The advertiser is not bound to accept the highest or lowest bidder unless the contrary appears. So, same lang po yan sa 1325 kanina. 1327, who cannot give consent to a contract? Number 1 is unemancipated minors or yung below 18 years old, insane or demented person, and deaf mutes who do not know how to read and write. Kasama din dito yung civil interdiction. 1328, contracts entered into during listed interval are valid. So, for example, meron kang sakit sa pag-iisip. Merong times na okay yung iyong utak, ibig sabihin nakakapag-decide ka ng tama. Okay, sound yung mind mo. Ang tawag doon, lucid interval. And then eventually, nabaliw ka ulit. So yung contracts na in-enter mo while you are under lucid interval, those are considered valid. Okay? 1329. The incapacity declared in 1327 is subject to modifications determined by law and is understood to be without prejudice to special disqualification established in the law. Effect of incapacity. Again, kapag walang incapacity, walang valid consent, thus wala pong contract. Okay? Next, vices of consent. Ito naman yung sinasabi ko kanina sa inyo. So, paano nagkakaroon ng vices of consent? Ibig sabihin, vitiated yung consent or merong defect doon sa consent. If there is a defect in a consent, the type of contract produced is a voidable contract. Ano ba yung mga different vices of consent? We have mistake, violence, intimidation, undue influence, and fraud. Ang acronym ko dito ay VU. Diyan ako nanonood ng K-drama. Tapos, MF. Okay. VUMF. So, V is your violence. I is intimidation. Undue influence, mistake and fraud. Okay. Unahin muna natin yung mistake. Okay. Pag sinabi nating mistake, kung substantial yung mistake, it renders the contract voidable. Pero kung simple mistake lang yun at kaya namang i-correct lang, the contract will be kailangan i-reform or baguhin. Okay? Pero kunwari, pinipirmahan, meron kang lola. Ang pinapirmahan pala sa kanya ng kanyang apo ay deed of donation, contract of donation or deed of donation. Pero ang thinking ng lola is ang pinipirmahan lang niya is report card ng kanyang apo. So substantial yung mistake doon. Ibig sabihin, there is a defect as to the consent kasi ang thinking niya, pinipirmahan niya report card, yun pala, deed of donation na. Okay, so pwedeng ano ba yung voidable contract? Mapag-aaralan ninyo to I think sa pre-finals. Pero i-discuss lang natin ng konti. Ang voidable contract is considered as valid unless annulled. Okay. So annulment, yun yung pagpapawalang bisa ng kontrata. Okay. So dapat yung victim, yung kinuhanan ng um, nung kinuhanan ng wait lang, ng may defect na consent is siya mismo yung magre-report nung annulment.